Ayo, Tits,
Hey, I'm Areolas.
and we're reviewing Edge of Tomorrow. What's your previous experience with Edge of Tomorrow?
I don't know. I was looking up. This came out in like 2015, I think. So probably around that time, I remember just seeing a trailer for it and thought it was cool. So I
Ooh.
watched it. What about you?
I actually watched it because it was a movie review request,
hmm
and it kind of reminded me of like Groundhog's Day, but
hmm
like military Groundhog's Day. I think it's a good
I
description.
I had never. I still haven't seen Groundhog's Day. I know about it. I know everything about it. I just still haven't sat down to watch it.
It's
But
Bill Murray.
I,
He's in there. You should watch it. I
I think
have two
he's
Groundhog's Day reviews.
really.
Yeah.
Did you
The
do
first
one with like another person?
No, it was just the same one. It was the Groundhog's Day review, February 2nd, and then I just ever posted the same one on Groundhog's Day, but with like a different logo. Because
That's
it's
pretty funny.
Groundhog's Day. That's the joke.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. I thought you
So
did it accidentally or coincidentally, but that's pretty funny.
yeah. And that's what I'm gonna do again. Each year is gonna be a Groundhog's Day review.
No, this movie, yeah, I just remember. And Tom Cruise, he's a weird actor. He's a little tiny weird actor that does his own stunts, but I think he's pretty good in this movie. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean he's not doing a ton of stunts in this one compared to like Mission Impossible. So I
hmm
couldn't even tell it was Tom Cruise because he's like not doing any stunts, pretty much.
I love how it starts out where he's well, the whole concept is these aliens are taking over the entire world and everyone's like coming together to fight them, and these aliens look kind of, they're called mimics, and they look kind of like symbiotes, right? Like venom looking symbiote tentacle octopus.
Yeah, they're kind of creepy. I wouldn't want to touch one.
No, they look messy. Yeah, very
Yeah,
messy.
they're pretty bloody too. It's a fun, interesting world to get into because you got these dudes, you got these alien dudes, and they're
hmm
taking over. And what's interesting, these alien dudes just somehow just are amazing. They know exactly how to take down humanity, and it makes me wonder what type of powers they have, you know?
hmm Yeah, can, no one even like thinks about it or comprehends it. They're just like, oh, they're just strong, or there's so many of them, but we can take them if the Earth fights together. And unfortunately, that's not the case.
No, never. There's this guy, and he was kind of a high-ranking official ish, somewhat, but he talked shit about somebody. He talked shit about the wrong person, and the person's like, "Hey, you can't just do that. You're going to be private now. You're going to be demoted, and you're going to be sent on an infantry run to fight these alien guys."
hmm
I'm like, well, that's rough. This guy must have done something to him in the past, like other than this one thing that you did.
hmm
Everyone must hate you.
No, he's a real, like, the Tom Cruise character. What's his name? General William is Major William Cage. That's what his name is, Cage.
Yeah.
And he's essentially just like the face of the army. Like, he's trying to get everyone recruited. He has a good like voice, so he pumps people up, and he
Yeah, but
gets.
like if he's demoted so easily, then there must be somebody in the back being like, "Oh, I don't really like this guy. We got to find
Yeah,
an excuse to demote him." And just
yeah,
has like a nice squeaky clean image, so it's hard to have his enemies take him down. But like the one side of a weakness, and they're like, "Yes, we got our opportunity." You get pulled down to private. You know, that's kind of what I got out of this.
yeah, and he's really like such a pussy. He's scared shitless, you could tell. And Tom Cruise, I think, And again, this is just me. I'm not like a lover of Tom Cruise. He's just a weird dude, but he plays such a good scared pussy character
Ha
where
ha ha.
like he starts off great as this character.
That's true. I like
Yeah.
the how more brave he gets throughout the movie. Right. So he goes to the infantry, and the infantry goes down to these aliens, and there's just a ton of aliens.
Hmm.
And one of these aliens, I mean, there's a bunch of them, and they're all like killing these people. But one of these aliens, he ends up killing, and like a bunch of blood gets on him. And this is the mechanism for his powers that he gets that goes throughout the rest of the movie, which I find to be cool. The ability to have alien blood on you and you gain their powers of changing the course of the day. I think that's pretty cool. But it doesn't really, at this point in the movie, it doesn't show that he has these powers until he ends up uh, dying, and then he wakes up in the beginning of the day, and he's like, "What's happening? This is so weird. I'm trying to warn everybody," and everyone's like, "Haha, shut up, private," and then they all end up dying.
Hmm. Yeah, he starts figuring it out that it's not just him tripping. It gradually builds up like where, oh no, something happened when I like killed that alien and got its blood mixed into me before I died. And so he's trying to get an understanding of it. And I guess he tells, like on the battlefield while he's resetting over and over again, he sees this one chick that's like the I don't know, what is she, like the toughest general of the army, right? She's like a
Yeah,
leader.
she's a big tough girl. She's
Hmm.
she's one of those ones.
She's got a sword. She's one of those ones.
She's one of those.
Hmm.
And she's like, "Hey, I am going to die, but go look for me on the repeat of the day, please." It's
Hmm.
like, oh, so she's a familiar with the concept. I mean, with the power that he's dealing with. There must
Hmm.
be something that causes these powers, and it's later found out to be it's the alien's blood that does it. She also got alien blood on her. So wait, how does alien blood get on you? Is it an open wound? Do you swallow it? Is it once it touches your skin, you're in? Is what's the parameters here?
Yeah, I think it like legit because when it happened to him, he blew up a bomb like right in front of him, like a claymore. So it's like a grenade, but a more powerful one, and it blew
Yeah.
up the alien while blowing up his skin. So the blood infused into him while he died, and then
Ah, so
yeah,
the blood touched his blood, and then he died, and that
yeah,
caused him to reset
yeah,
things. Okay.
yeah. That's how he got the power to essentially reset the day with the aliens. But of course, the only way he could do it is by dying. He can't really like control it. That's the only way he could do it is dying.
I wonder what it's like. Like you die and then you just wake up the next day. Like, is there no black screen at all? I'm so curious about like what the actual experience is like.
Well, the way that he treats it here, it's comedic, right? It's like, oh man, another day, another day, another day. Like you figure trauma would set in at some point if you die every day for however long in an endless,
Mm.
almost endless loop.
I feel like if you died every day, you would be comfortable with death and you wouldn't care. So I feel like the only thing that would traumatize somebody is if they were near if he was near death and almost died a bunch but never saw death itself, so he was scared of it.
Hmm.
So that's my prediction. But I feel like with each cycle of the day, uh while he gains more knowledge, he's also more and more comfortable with him dying. Although I feel like it wouldn't be a proper dying experience because you're not dead. when you die. You just start your day again. So he doesn't know what it is truly to die, you know?
Yeah, that's a weird idea too of it, where you don't even it kind of blurs the line where are you even really awake if you keep waking up, or were you really asleep if you keep waking up? Like, I
That's
don't know.
true.
It's a weird concept. Kind of like, have you ever had where you are dreaming and then you wake up and then you're doing something and then you wake up again and you realize, oh shit, it was a dream. Like,
A couple of times, like, oh, somebody's in my room. Oh, wait, this is a dream. And then I wake up and it's like nobody's in my room, but I'm still in the room I was at. You know, that's I see that. I get the concept.
yeah.
Um so this dude is learning more and more about the aliens as he goes, and he learns more and more about his powers and also how the aliens work. Apparently there's like a bunch of aliens, a bunch of alpha aliens, and they have the ability to restart the day, but they're being controlled. It's like some sort of hive mind,
Hmm.
and it makes me wonder how powerful this Omega alien is, the alien that controls the hive mind. It makes me wonder like how much processing power he has to be able to control every individual alien without it just doing the same thing over and over again. Ever curious about that?
Yeah, it's they call it what, the queen or whatever, which is supposedly the brain, and
Yeah,
then the alphas are essentially parts of, I guess, the limbs, so that when they die they're able to send that signal, or even if they don't die, maybe they just can send the signal to the queen and the brain, and then they restart the day.
yeah,
um
it's like new information. It's like, oh
yeah.
wait, we got new information, so we can go against the humans easier. And I
Hmm.
like how Tom Cruise's character, I forget what his name is. I only know him as Tom
Cage.
Cruise. Cage?
Cage, yeah, that's just Cage.
All right. Cage is like, I'm going to use their strategy on us against them. I'm going to learn everything that I can about them. I'm going to keep on dying. I'm going to go up to this chick. I'm going to try to convince her of what's happening. Like it's freaking 50 first dates. uh, every day I'm gonna talk to her and be like, catch her up, and then have to do some training because she's not gonna remember anything after each one of her deaths in each cycle of the day. I wonder how long it took in terms of like how many days it took. Like I wasn't counting.
No, there's never really a clear thing, because there's a point, like, well, later on when they're trying to figure out where the queen, because essentially they're like, well, we got to find the queen's brain, and when we do, we kill the queen or the brain, and then it kills all the other organisms. And they're trying to he sees visions of where it might be located, the brain. And yeah, he keeps trying to find a way off of where they're at, the beach
Yeah.
where they start off the battle. But he keeps saying, like, man, we keep getting this far, and we keep, like, one of us keeps dying here, one of us keeps dying here, and there's a
He's
point where he
also in
uh-huh.
love with the chick too.
Yeah.
He falls in love with her, and it makes him just so sad to see her die every single day. It'd make me sad too.
She's pretty hot, like, in a like in an athletic, not even, they weren't showing off her body here like some sort of anime chick. She's just hot in a fucking powerful way.
Yeah, it's. I mean, her looks are nice and whatever. I think it's also the attitude that contributes to that. It's the take no shit attitude. She's leading. She's like a leader type, and she's attractive, and those three qualities have to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, in order for me to be like, oh, this might be a valuable chick to hang out with. You know?
No, because I would, like, think a chick was hot with the other two things, like if she was strong, powerful, and a leader. But her being hot is like, oh shit, hell yeah! Like,
Yeah,
now
it's like
I'm all for
it's a good
this.
one.
Yeah, I'm ready to die
It's
for
nice,
her.
nice added bonus. Oh boy. So he is doing more and more of these missions. He's getting more and more into learning about the Omegas. He gets visions of where the Omegas could be. And then there's a point where he's like where he's at where the Omegas would be. And he's like trying to enter it. He's trying to like destroy them, destroy this big old Omega. And it seems like each time, and this is he reaches this point several times. Each time he gets here, he's like, "Why am I getting so close, but I can't finish the job?" And I'm just thinking, well, the aliens have the same powers as you. They could just like predict what you're about to do, and
Yeah.
then just go against you. Like they're doing what they do to humanity towards you. So you have to outsmart them somehow, but how?
Yeah, you would think he's been using their power over like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 times. Someone on their brain length or the high mind's got to be like, hey, who keeps fucking dying over and over again?
Yeah.
Like every fucking day, Jesus Christ, like, so they got to figure it out.
Yeah. There's also there seems to be a point where Cage is like, all right, I figured out where the Omegas are. We're gonna think about some strategies and we're gonna go in one more time. And he goes in one more time, and instead of dying, he's able to instead of die, he gets saved, and he has to get added blood, which takes away his ability to do the time travel, which makes this mission much more dangerous now. Because if he dies, he dies. Like no more for him. And
There's
so
no
he's like,
continues.
exactly, no more one up lives or whatever. No
Uh-huh.
more green mushrooms, okay? Um, so he's like, okay, we gotta go in head first, arms ablazing, swords at the ready. Like I gotta go. We gotta be bold or not do it at all, right? And I like this about him because he knows the dangers there are. Like he could die. A lot of people have been dying, but it's been in a day loop, so does it really does it count as a ton of deaths if the same people die every day?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of people dying.
Oh yeah, over and over
And
again.
yeah, and he's going head first into this. And the thing that he's so sad about is that he's falling in love with this chick more and more, and she doesn't have the ability to have her day go in the same way every day or whatever that he has. And he's sad about this. He's like, man, if you die today, you're just going to be dead. Please don't die. And she's like, I'm going to die.
Can't argue with that. No,
Yeah.
yeah. Like shit. The one thing I want you to do, the minimum, just don't fucking die.
Just don't
Right?
do it. I mean, I like that she's like, I'll go up to the Omega with you. There's some alphas hanging out with the Omega. Sure. I'll go up there with you. I'm not afraid of dying. We gotta get these guys to die. And I like how she's there, and she gets very very wounded by one of those alphas, but gives him enough time to take a bunch of like grenades and just like throw them all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Throw them at the Omega, and it blows up the Omega, and all of them are gone. I'm like, that's cool. What now? What's happening now? They're all dead. Does that mean that the day progresses? Like it progresses forward? Like where does time go from now? You think like where to go?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hear you because the one that resets the day is dead now, so you don't know how that would react to the world.
Yeah, the ending has got me the most confused. I like the the premise of the movie, and I like how it's executed. And then the very end, he wakes up in a helicopter, and it's like a few days before the aliens came. It makes me
Yeah,
wonder, like, first of all, what day did the aliens come? And second of all, they've just been repeating the day over and over and over again for how long? Like today? They starting today? Then why would they have it so it's not, it's like several days are being repeated. Oh, we did enough executing on this day, it means we can move on to the next day and repeat that day. Like, is that their logic?
yeah. Where's their like system restore point where
Yeah.
where they set it to go back? I
It-
know the Tom Cruise, yeah, like you said, he throws all those grenades, and the queen or the hive blows up the Omega, and its blood gets on Tom Cruise. So it's kind of like he gets the power, and you don't know if he can control it now because when the like you said the day resets, and he's back waking up on that helicopter where it first started in the movie, and that's where it gets a little iffy. Where it's like, okay, now what? But then it even explains it like, oh, there was a big energy surge in Paris. Seems like the aliens are backing down, so it looks like they still killed the queen. But I don't know how he was able to reset the day, or does he still have their power? What's going
yeah.
on?
This part, the ending is where this movie premise breaks down a little bit,
Hmm.
but the overall premise is pretty good. I enjoyed it, you know.
Yeah, it's weird how the whole movie it made sense, and it let you, it like told you how it made sense, but now at this point it's like, okay, I don't know how it makes sense with him. Does he have the power? Can he reset the day at any time? Does he ever die? I don't know, but it's a happy ending.
It is a happy ending. I mean, the chick doesn't know who he is, but
Yeah.
you know, he knows everything about her. Presumably, they got pretty close, and you could probably be like, "Oh, here's your favorite flower." Oh, I didn't know this was your favorite flower. Oop, my bad. It's just a lucky guess. Oh, here's your favorite food. I didn't know this was your favorite food. Wow, how lucky am I? We must be on the same vibe or something.
Would you be creeped out if a dude just like knew all these things about you on the first day you met?
I would be. I'd be like, how do you know this? Are you
He
going?
knows your middle name and shit.
It's like, are you going through my? Are you going through my birth certificate? Where are you finding all this information from? I would be creeped out.
Yeah, I can see that. But then she had the power too, so I guess she can relate. But I could see how that would creep out just a regular girl in knowing everything.
I mean, okay. At what point did she have her power? Did she have her power before this day, or is it like after this day, like tomorrow? And he's already on the helicopter
Hmm.
from like the day of the helicopter. Did she get her powers? Like, would be tomorrow? Because then, like, if she didn't have their powers before then there's like no way they can bond over to getting powers because she has no recollection of the powers.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I think it was before then when it says they had a victory at some sort of battle, and they called her the, I don't know, the Queen of Verdun or something, whatever war she won.
Ah, okay. Well, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, and that's where she lost it because I guess she helped win that war with the power, but then she got mortally wounded, and they ended up just giving her some stupid person's blood or something.
This blood didn't even match my blood type.
No,
SMH.
nor some normal unalien person's blood. Bunch of bullshit.
Boring blood. Who needs it? What would you rate this movie?
Watching it again, and man, I couldn't find it streaming anywhere. And I was like, I think I have it on Blu-ray, and I found it under my bed with all my dirty movies, with my other dirty
As
DVDs.
you do.
I was like, oh shit, I had it on Blu-ray still. Cool. I'd give it like a 9. I think besides the ending, kind of like how we talked it out, and I was like, man, the ending was weird. But it was a good movie, and just like cool. I like the battle scenes, the suits, the acting. Everything was good
Yeah.
in it. What
Yeah, I
about
think
you?
all the world building was solid, the acting was solid, and I liked the look of the aliens. I think I would have given this an 8 if it weren't for the ending being so unclear to me, like timeline wise, and
Hmm.
like how it would work. But I think I'd give this, it's like a solid 7.7.
Yeah, it is a good movie. Especially I don't know, like Tom Cruise always surprises me because he's such a weird person, but his movies are always
I've
pretty good.
never talked to him. I don't know what he's like in person.
You've never seen like his interviews and stuff like that, and
Not
then
really. The only thing I know about the man is that he likes to do stunts, and I imagine somebody who likes to do stunts is partaking in a lot of risky behavior.
yeah, yeah,
Pretty much
no,
all I know about him.
no, I've seen interviews of him, and when he was with Katie Holmes, and jumping on the couch, and then the way he is like on morning show interviews or talk show interviews, like the late night ones, and he's just kind of a weird. When like the best actors are just like weird people, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I feel. He's just a weird dude, but
he's just a weird. In what way is weird?
like he just seems off-putting. Like he's always happy.
Too happy.
Yeah,
Like
and I
he's
guess
high on his life.
maybe that's cool because like you say, he does all his stunts, so maybe he's all like high all the time on risking, and he's got a lot of money. Who knows?
High on
Maybe I'd be
adrenaline.
maybe I'd be happier too. Who knows? Maybe I am the weird person compared to Tom Cruise. Why am I judging him?
Aren't we all?
Yeah. But that was Edge of Tomorrow. I know we got a little game here. Um
Ooh, games.
yeah, since it's like a video game, The Edge of Tomorrow, where he keeps respawning. I was gonna say we could look at we're playing video games. We're gonna look at video game characters. I'm gonna see if you can
Ooh,
name them. Because I
all
know
right.
video games are fun. Let's see here.
Um, who says video games are not fun? Never.
Th- they
Who's
are
this
fun.
guy?
You don't know who this guy
Oh,
is? This
I've
cool
seen
cat.
his face before. Before, I just don't know his name. Uh, Dog Man with the frog on his hat. Is that guy?
This is Parappa the Rapper.
What? Parappa the rapper?
Yes, he is a
I
dog
guess.
rapper.
I guess.
Yeah, the video game he had is like a rhythm game, but it would be about rapping, where they would rap.
Oh god.
And
Oh god, that sounds like cringe.
fun fact, there's a anime that came out for one season. It's pretty cute. I've seen it. I
With
think
this
it's on
guy?
YouTube. Yeah, I think it's on
Oh.
YouTube the whole season.
Hmm.
Let's
Well, that's
see
pretty cool, I
here.
guess.
Do you know who this
Oh, it's another
character is?
anime character. Uh, an anime girl with the North Face basic ass bitch jacket.
Pretty close. Well, you said girl, right? No. This
Yeah.
is this is Madeline from the game Celeste.
Oh, I've
Uh,
never played it before.
it's a fun game, but I only bring it up because I know the creator when they created the game. The creator was a guy,
Mm.
and they won awards and all that, and then they transitioned into a woman and sort of made
Ah.
the character here transition from a guy to a girl. So it was real kind of controversial, I guess.
When was this?
Uh Man, I forgot when all this went down. Probably like in 2016 or 2018 or something.
That makes about sense. People weren't really caring about trans stuff back then.
It's a great
So,
game though. It's a
yeah.
great game. I've beaten it, but I remember beating it and then I saw this stuff come out and I'm like, "Oh my god, I just beat a trans game." No, I
Ha
didn't.
ha ha ha.
He tricked me. Two start spitting everywhere. Psoo, psoo, psoo. Uh,
Disrespect.
it's a good game though. I like it.
Mm.
Do you know who this dude is?
That's Sans from Undertale. Oh, I know this guy's name. They're named after type fonts. Font.
Yeah,
And has a brother named Papyrus, which is also a type font.
See, I didn't know that about papyrus till like my niece pointed it out. I knew
A
sans serif.
papyrus used to be a paper.
Really?
Yeah, it used to be a paper, and then I don't know where it came from that papyrus is now a type font, but it is. But it used to be a paper.
And sans is it just sans or is it Comic Sans? Or are those two different
His
fonts?
name is Sans, but the font is Comic Sans.
Classic.
Yeah,
Classic sans. What I have here. Do you know who this character is?
that's Mrs. Pack, and she's putting a hot dog in her fat mouth.
Do you know do you know how you can tell that it's Miss Pac-Man and not regular Pac-Man?
It's the bow and the eyes, and is that a mole
That
next
is a
on
mole and lipstick.
the chicks have moles?
Only the hottest ones have moles.
I guess so.
Mhm. That's the easiest way to change it, right? If you're an artist, I know. Is that the easiest way to change a character from a guy to a girl? Is to just put a bow on them?
The easiest way is to add a pair of tits. Well, I guess
Oh
guys can have tits too.
yeah, I always thought it
Why?
was like because I'll look at Minnie Mouse and I'll be like, "You're just Mickey Mouse with a bow. What are you trying to fucking fool me in high heels and shit?"
It's Mickey Mouse's more evolved, more political correct form, actually.
Disgusting, disgusting.
Yeah.
But do you know what this game is? Have you ever played
Oh
this game?
God, I've never played this game. I'm not sure what that is. It is. There seems to be one, two dudes and four chicks, based off my assessment.
Man, you're good. That is how many dudes and chicks there are. Because this one, I think in the middle, Basil is kind of like in the middle, like a boy
Mm.
girl,
Like
uh,
androgynous or like a they them.
like a girl wanting to be a dude. But if you ever play, this is from the game Omori.
Oh, I've never heard
Uh,
of it.
it's it's a game. It is a good game, but it is a fucked up game. I'll just say. I know you're looking at this drawing like, but it's a fucked up game.
Oh, it's like Smiling Friends. Oh, no, not the game. Other game. There's like a not a game. I'm talking about like a cartoon where they have like nice, like very
Animations.
colorful animated cartoon characters, but it turns out they're all cannibals or something.
Yeah,
Happy Tree
yeah.
Friends. That's
This
what it's
is
called.
like that where it's beautiful, cute animation, but the story is so dark and so sad and so fucked up.
Yeah.
Great game. Great game though. Award winning. Do you know who this is?
No, but she can dominate me.
I have her
Holy
name
shit.
written here. I have her name written here. Her name is Junko Inoshima and she is from Danganronpa.
I've literally never heard that name and that game. What is it about?
It's like a what is it? Like Persona type. It's like a I don't know if it's an
Mm.
RPG or a narrative type game. I know my niece is into it, which I see this. I think this is like deviant art though. I don't know if it gets this bad, but
This
it
looks like
is
DeviantArt quality.
yeah. But she is pretty like waifu ish in the game from what I remember seeing when my niece was playing
She's
it.
she's got them titties though.
Oh yeah, very hot,
Yeah,
very evil, but in a good hot way. Um,
nice.
Last one on here. Do you know who this is?
For is that guy from what is that? Do a barrel roll? What is that? What's the fucking Star
You got
Fox?
it.
Is it
Hell
Star
yeah.
Fox dude? I don't know his name.
This is Slippy. Slippy the Toad from Star Fox.
Oh, I think
Do a
I've seen
barrel roll.
him. I think I've seen him around those modern Star Foxes. I mean, I've just seen like promotional videos, maybe.
I thought you
It
meant
kind of
like,
looks.
yeah, I was
It
going
kind
to
of
the
looks like the
PO.
art style.
I thought you were like, I was going to my PO box getting some tenders and I saw him around just fucking, oh, what's up, Slippy?
He was
Do
just walking around the PO box, no, just casual. I said hello to him, as
and
you
he's
do.
like, do a barrel roll. And like, I don't
No, I
feel like it.
did.
Did you?
I made sure he asked me to. Who am I to
Okay,
say no?
that's true. You don't refuse a toad when they ask you to do something, I guess.
Exactly.
But speaking of, I should have ended with the hot chick. Speaking of hot chicks, where can the guys find you to get dominated by? Let me say
uh,
that.
I do daily movie reviews at youtube.com/ASC Presents. Do movie review requests at patreon.com/ASC Presents. And if you want to help support the daily grind, you can go to this link tree, linktr.ee/titsman salad. And it has all of my social medias and all that spicy stuff's in there. That's what it is.
Hell yeah, that shit's spicy. And you can check me out on a daily podcast I do. That's All Funny. Available anywhere podcast available. Just search That's All Funny. Do a podcast with my buddy Gabe called That's All Kayfabe. Comes out every Mondays. You can find that anywhere. That's All Kayfabe. And check out the YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Lorenzo Areola for videos of this, that, and this wonderful show here with the Great Mid Salad. I want to thank you all for watching. Take care, and we'll see you all next time.